There have always been cars that have defined countries they've come from. A Beetle or maybe a Mercedes from the 90s defines German car culture. The United States is defined by maybe a Ford Mustang or a Cadillac from the 1950s with those massive fins. And of course, us in India, we've got stuff like the Maruti 800 to always hark back upon. But nothing, and I mean no other car in the world, can define the Brits like a Mini Cooper can. And this one, well, they've given it a bit of an update. So we're going to check it out and tell you what's new. Well, from the looks of it, there isn't much that has changed. But look closer and there are a few subtle differences. And if you're wondering why we have decided to shoot this car in the middle of the night, well, it's because of all the new lighting elements in the car. You get a new set of LED daytime running lights with new headlamps in general, and although it might not look immediately recognizable, the full halo does make the car look a lot nicer. And then of course there is this, the super sexy Union Jack tail lamps. Makes me stand in attention and sing God Save the Queen every time I see them. And the cool lighting bit continues on the inside. In fact, the whole Union Jack theme has been done rather nicely too. The little dashboard panel on the left glows in the same motif, and of course you do have a lot of those tiny little flags dotted all around. And if I can muster up all my Britishness, I'd say it is quite marvellous indeed. And before I forget, you also get that new infotainment screen with a much better user interface, and all those additional bits like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, etc. etc. But this is a Mini, and it is a convertible. So let's put that roof down and do what it does best, drive. Now everybody keeps talking about how the Mini Cooper is a go-kart for the road, and while that might be marketing jargon, it's actually very true. It's one of the best front-wheel drive hatchback chassis out there and gives you that direct feel from the steering wheel, from the suspension, that almost nothing else actually does, which is why it's very popular with tuners, with a whole bunch of enthusiasts, and of course a lot of motorsport people. But BMW has basically not changed a thing when it comes to the mechanical bits for the upgrade for this facelift or the updated Mini. It still gets the 2-litre engine up front, turbocharged 4-cylinder pot, 189 horsepower, 280 Newton meters of peak torque, and a whole bunch of fun. And my god, it is fun with a massive capital F. And with the roof down, you can really hear all those mechanical noises oh so well. The chirp of the blow-off valve, the turbo spooling up, and of course that slightly spotty exhaust note. And yes, if this was my car, I'd opt for a slightly obnoxious set of pipes. This is just one of those cars that demands certain mods, ASAP. At a whopping 37 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi, the Cooper S isn't cheap. Oh no, it ain't. But it is certainly special. It turns heads, opens doors, and most importantly, it gives me, the driver, a giant smile on my face. It sort of proves the statement again and again. You don't really need 600 horsepower to have fun. You only need about 190, a drop top, and that makes you feel so alive. Well, now since I have had my share of fun with the Mini Cooper S, sort of hustling around Delhi streets in the middle of the night, and the sun has finally decided to peek its head out, it's time to put that roof back up, which of course you can do in the move if you opt to, and it's time to get back to reality.